When did my parents' golden child finally crash and lose everything? I used to think the answer would be some huge dramatic moment. An arrest. A scandal. A car crash. I never imagined it would start with my mother sitting on my couch, clutching her phone like a grenade, whispering, "He's lost everything. Your brother has nothing left." My brother. Their golden child. The son who could never do wrong. Now she was in my tiny apartment instead of the big house they'd always chosen him in. And her hands were shaking so badly, she could barely hold the glass of water I gave her. Just a few hours earlier, I was at work when my phone started blowing up. Missed call from mom. Missed call from dad. 3 from my little sister. By the time I finally stepped outside to answer, my mother's voice came through so hysterical I thought someone had died. "Please," she said. "Can I come over? I need to talk to you about your brother." That sentence alone told me this wasn't normal. My mom never came to me about my brother. She went to everyone else to defend him. So I told her yes. Now she was staring at my living room floor like the answers were written in the carpet. "What happened?" I asked. She took a breath like it physically hurt. "He got evicted," she said. "They put all his things on the sidewalk. His car's been repossessed. His cards aren't working. He doesn't have anywhere to go." I should have just felt sorry for him. He's still my brother. But under the shock, there was this cold, ugly feeling I couldn't ignore. Of course. Of course this is where we ended up. "What do you mean he has nowhere to go?" I asked. "He can't go back to his place, sure. But he can stay at home, right? With you and dad?" She didn't answer. She just stared at me with these wide red eyes. "Mom?" She swallowed. "Your father said no." I actually laughed. Because that sentence didn't make sense. "No. For tonight?" I asked. "Or no until you both calm down?" She shook her head slowly. "Your father said," she whispered. "He can figure it out like everyone else. I'm done cleaning up his messes." For a second, I thought I misheard. My dad. The same man who used to drive across town to bring my brother his forgotten homework? The man who defended him to teachers, bosses, girlfriends, the universe, was suddenly talking about him like he was me. Like a normal person. "What happened?" I asked again. "From the beginning." She wiped her face with the back of her hand. "You remember that business he told us about?" She said. "That business. The one he'd pitched in our living room like he was on a TED Talk. The one they drained savings for. The one they'd lectured me about when I said it sounded risky." "Yeah." I remembered. "He said he just needed a little more money to get it off the ground," she continued. "He said he had investors. That a big deal was about to close. He promised if we helped this one last time, he'd pay everything back and we'd never have to worry again." "One last time," I repeated quietly. "You've said one last time so often it might as well be his middle name." She flinched. "I know," she said. "I know." She stared at the coffee table. Like the numbers and dates were printed there. "Your father refinanced the house," she added, barely audible. Just enough to give him what he needed. I felt my stomach drop. They'd literally tied our childhood home to my brother's promises. "How much?" I asked. She told me. I had to sit down. "That's almost everything," I said. "I know," she whispered. "And he didn't pay anything he was supposed to. Not the loans. Not his rent. Nothing." She told me how the business never opened the way he said it would. How emails from the bank piled up,